Over the last few months, I have installed Ring security stick-up battery cameras and indoor AC powered cameras in my house for home security. To date, I have a total of 6 stick-up battery operated cameras, 1 Ring Doorbell 4 and 2 indoor AC powered cameras. In this video, I'll unbox this Ring indoor camera and do a step-by-step setup on my Android mobile phone and do a simple demonstration installation for you. Before I proceed with all that, let me explain how I opted for the Ring security system. You see, I had an existing cheap consumer level wireless CCTV security system, but it's old and the camera resolution was not good and there was no AI intelligence in the software, and so I received a lot of false notifications. I had a choice between getting wired AC powered CCTV security system attached to a network video recording, or a system such as Ring, which can be battery powered or AC powered with wireless video transmission. My view is that with the wired CCTV security system that is connected to a network video recorder located in the house, if a burglar is able to break into a house, then that burglar has access to the network video recorder and can remove the network video recorder, which means that all the videos of the break-in and entry would be lost. On the other hand, with systems such as the Ring security system, there is no network video recorder required because all video is sent up to the Ring cloud. This means that if a burglar is able to break into the house, that break-in entry would be recorded and the video would be safe because it will be stored in the Ring cloud, and I'll then later be able to access the cloud to download the videos. I will also save on not having to spend the money to buy a network video recorder and all the wiring required to install a wired security system. On the other hand, with the Ring and the video transmission to the cloud, it does mean I have to pay an annual subscription fee in order to gain maximum benefit from the Ring services. And in my case, my choice is to opt for the Ring security system. This may not suit your situation, but if it does, do continue to join me in this video as I explain to you this Ring indoor camera and its setup. In addition, if you go to the video description below, you'll see links to my YouTube videos on how I unbox and set up the Ring Doorbell 4, the Ring stick-up battery camera generation 3, and also attach a solar panel to the Ring stick-up camera. Join me in this video for some fun. Well, let's begin. So this is the Ring indoor camera. It is 1080p high definition video, two-way talk transmission. There is motion activation. It is easy to install, and there is snapshot photo capture. So what comes supplied in the box? There is one indoor camera, there is one AC power supply, there is a user manual, there is a security sticker, there are screws and wall anchors or wall plugs. The Wi-Fi specifications are 802.11b, G or N. Wi-Fi frequency is 2.4 GHz. You need high-speed internet. You need AC power socket to plug the power supply into. The mounting that comes with the camera enables installation to a wall or tabletop. The dimensions are 45.8mm by 45.8mm by 75mm long, or 1.81 inch by 1.81 inch by 2.95 inch tall. Camera is 1080p high definition with 140 degrees field of view diagonally. There is audio two-way talk with noise cancellation. There is night vision using infrared LEDs. Let me open this box up. This is an anti-theft security strip that the retail store puts in to stop shoplifting. Inside the two boxes, the white box contains the camera, the blue box contains the power supply, the Ring sticker, setup instructions with a QR code to scan on the phone to begin installation process, Ring warranty sheet, a sheet that wants customers to sign up to the Ring Protect video recording service, the Ring indoor camera user manual, The menu is solely about how to install the camera. So this is the box with power supply and mounting hardware. one AC power supply with the micro USB plug, 3 wall plugs and 3 Phillips head countersunk screws for installation. Now for the camera itself, the installation plate, protective film over the camera, and there's another thin film over the lens. So that's the camera. There's a QR code here in the back which gives the serial number of this device. It's the base. There's an up arrow, and on the installation plate there's an up arrow, and essentially they line up and you push up. There's nothing fixing this bottom plate to the base, so it could fall out. I'll demonstrate installation by fixing the camera base plate to a timber block. So fix the base plate to the timber block using the 2 screws. Then with the up arrow in the same direction as the up arrow of the plate, there's an arrow here, put it just in front, then pull it back, and that will catch. But it is not tight. If you need to make sure it doesn't fall off, because you can just easily knock it forward. So for me, that's not great. So if you're fixing this to a table, I will actually put something else around the base to stop it from moving forward and falling off. If this was being installed on the wall and the base foot is installed into the back, then this would go there and pull down, and then it is less likely that this will come off. Now that that's fixed to the timber block, I will connect the AC power. The AC power supply is connect the wall socket. Now connect the micro USB plug into the back of the camera. When fully connected, this should be flush. Now that the camera is powered up, the blue light is blinking. I have the QR code for this device on the sheet. There's also a QR code for this camera on the back of the camera. I'll start the Ring app on my phone. I'll go to the menu, click on devices. I'll click on the plus symbol to add a new device. The device, I'll select security cams. The app tells me to scan the QR code on the Ring device. I click I'm ready to scan. Bring the phone to the QR code, and it's detected the QR code. It's identified my home. I press continue. It asks me to give the indoor cam a name. I choose customize and I type Rumpus Room. Continue. It asks me to remove the protective film on the camera. I've done that. I've removed the film. It tells me to plug in the camera and wait for 30 seconds for it to turn on. The power is already on and the camera is flashing blue. So I'll click on stick up cam is on. It tells me next to get my Wi-Fi password for my network. I have that. I'll press continue. It tells me to wait for indoor cam to enter setup mode. When it's ready, the light is flashing blue. I can see that the light is flashing blue. So I will click on the light is flashing blue. It now says when prompted, connect to the Ring Wi-Fi network. I'll click OK. It asks me, do I want to connect to the device? Ring will use temporary Wi-Fi network to connect to the device. I say connect.
The Ring app is now connected to your Ring device.
The camera tells me that the device is now connected to the temporary Ring network. It shows up my home Wi-Fi network and I select it.
Your Ring device is now connecting to your Wi-Fi network. This might take a moment. Rome wasn't built in a day. Setup was successful. With Ring, you're always home.
The device is now connected to my home Wi-Fi network. It tells me I can fill in blanks with snapshot capture. I'll click OK. It tells me the indoor cam is now set up and ready to protect. I'll click continue. It tells me just a few steps left to get the best from the Ring device. I'll click continue. It asks me if I want help with physical installation. I'll say I've already installed it. It asks me if I want to share users. I'll skip that for now. It asks me if I want to add linked devices. I will skip that for now. It asks me if I want to optimize motion. I'll skip that for now.
Your Ring device is updating its internal software. Please wait for the light to stop flashing before use. This can take a while, so please be patient.
It asks me if I want to set up privacy zones and audio settings. I'll skip that for now. I'm done. I have now finished installing the Ring indoor camera. This video you're watching is recorded from that indoor camera. Just a point of caution, on the top of the camera there's a little button that can be depressed. If you push that button, and it only takes a very light touch, takes the camera offline and puts it into setup mode. So be very careful. You don't just press that button accidentally. If you do press that button accidentally, press it again before you do anything else, and it will release the camera from setup mode and reconnect it to your Wi-Fi network. I do hope you found this video interesting and informative, and you can see how the Ring indoor camera is very easy to set up. Do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more and to help the channel grow. Thank you so much.